Human, my mother is dying. Please take my toys for medicine. Wept the alien girl. The first time Lieutenant Aaron Vega saw her, she looked no older than 8, maybe 9, though her people matured differently. Her translucent skin shimmered faintly beneath the glow of bioluminescent moss, and her large amber eyes reflected grief so raw it pierced deeper than any wound he'd sustained in battle. She clutched a bundle of carved figurines, crude but lovingly shaped, made of iridescent wood. She pressed them toward him with trembling hands. Human, she whispered in halting standard. My mother is dying. Please, take my toys for medicine. Aaron froze. He had just returned from the outpost perimeter, exhausted, nursing burns along his arm from a skirmish with raiders. The Zaire settlement they'd been ordered to protect lay in shambles, broken shelters, smoke curling from fire-scorched trees. Supplies were low, medicine nearly gone. And here was this alien child, bartering her treasures, the only thing she had, for the faintest hope. The child's plea. Her name was Lyra. Aaron learned it when she tugged his sleeve, urging him toward a half-collapsed shelter at the edge of the ruins. Inside lay her mother, fragile as porcelain, gasping against fever. A deep wound, angry and festering, stretched across her abdomen, shrapnel from the raiders' plasma blasts. Aaron crouched beside her. His training screamed at him. Sepsis had already set in. She needed antibiotics, antiseptics for fluids, things he didn't have. The human relief station was 3 days away by shuttle, and the only medkits here were already drained in the chaos of defense. Please, Lyra repeated, pushing the toys into his chest. Hey, give me medicine. Save her. Aaron's throat tightened. He wanted to tell her the truth, that toys couldn't buy what didn't exist, that even if he had a full Earth clinic, survival would be uncertain. But he couldn't crush the last spark in her eyes. Instead, he put the figurines gently back into her hands. Keep them, Lyra. They're yours. Let me try something else. To the wounded colony. The Zaire weren't warriors. They were builders, singers, growers of crystalline gardens that harvested light. When the human fleet first encountered them, Aaron had been stunned by their hospitality. Their homes were woven with living vines that glowed like lanterns, their songs carried over valleys in harmonics that soothed even hardened soldiers. Now all that beauty lay ruined. Raiders from the outer sectors, hybrid mercenaries with no allegiance but profit, had descended on the settlement for its luminous crystals. Humans had fought alongside the Zaire, but the price was high. Aaron had seen villages burn before. He had buried comrades. But watching a child beg with her toys, it felt heavier than war itself. 3. A soldier's memory. That night, as he sterilized his knife and tried to clean the wound with boiled water, Aaron's hands shook. The memory of his younger sister haunted him. Elena, frail and feverish in a hospital bed back on Earth. He'd been 15, powerless as doctors told him her illness was terminal. She had clutched her favorite stuffed bear and said almost the same words Lyra had spoken. Take it, Aaron. Trade it for medicine. He hadn't been able to save Elena. Now, staring at Lyra's mother, he refused to watch history repeat. For the search for hope, Aaron rallied what remained of the outpost. We need antibiotics, he told the squad. Anything, old stockpiles, raider supplies, even black market caches. The soldiers looked doubtful. But one of them, Corporal Jen, nodded. The raiders carried crates. I saw them dump some in the river caves before retreating. It was reckless, dangerous. But Aaron couldn't ignore it. He volunteered to lead the mission himself. Lyra followed him as he prepped. Please, she whispered, tugging the hem of his jacket. Find medicine. I give you toys, you promise. Aaron knelt, meeting her gaze. Keep your toys, little one. But yes, I promise. Into the caves. The river caves yawned like the mouth of some vast beast, mist curling from rushing water. Aaron and Jen crept through, rifles ready. The air reeked of oil and scorched metal. Deeper inside, half-smashed crates lay scattered. Most held scavenged tech, crystals and weapons. But in one half-submerged box, Aaron found sealed medpacks, stolen human supplies still intact. Relief flooded him. Then the shadows moved. Raiders, stragglers left behind, erupted from the dark. Plasma bolts screamed. Aaron dove firing back, rage propelling him. For Lyra. For Elena. For every child forced to trade innocence for survival. When the last raider fell, Aaron staggered, blood dripping from a new burn across his ribs. But the medpacks were in his arms. 6. A promise kept. Back at the settlement, Aaron tore open the packs, administering antibiotics, painkillers and nutrient fluids. 4 hours, he fought alongside fever and infection, refusing to let go. Lyra never left his side. Her small hand gripped his sleeve as if willing her mother back to life. And slowly, miraculously, the fever broke. Color returned to her mother's translucent skin. Her breathing eased. Lyra's eyes filled with tears. She pressed the carved toys back into Aaron's hands. "You saved her. Please." Aaron stared at the figurines. They were crude. Tiny animals, stars, shapes he didn't recognize. Yet each bore the marks of love, of time, of a child's heart poured into creation. He swallowed hard and closed her hands around them. "No, Lyra. You keep them. They're worth more than medicine. They're worth your hope." 7. Aftermath. The weeks that followed were brutal. Rebuilding. Burying the dead. Fighting off lingering raiders. But the Zyri endured. And everywhere Aaron went, Lyra followed, her toys clutched tight, her smile slowly returning. One night, she sat beside him under the glowing vines. "You saved my mother." "Why?" Aaron stared at the stars. "Because once, someone I loved asked me for the same thing. I couldn't save her. But I could save yours." Lyra was quiet for a long time. Then she pressed one figurine, a small, crooked star, into his palm. "For your sister," she whispered. Aaron held it like treasure. Legacy of a promise. Years later, when peace finally came, Aaron returned to Earth. He placed the crooked star beside Elena's old bear on his shelf. 2 tokens, 2 promises, one unfulfilled, one kept. He often wondered if Elena would forgive him for failing her. But when he remembered Lyra's smile, her laughter echoing through the rebuilt Zyri gardens, he thought maybe, just maybe, he had given meaning to both. And though he never took her toys as payment, he carried the true trade forever. A child's plea turned into hope, carved into the heart of a weary soldier who finally kept a promise.